I keep seeing this word thrown around on X about Celebrini and Bedard about the word generational. I think we have to pump the brakes a little bit on generational because like Ovi, McDavid, Crosby, Makar, those guys are generational, right? Welcome to another episode of the Checking From Behind podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. I'm your host, Zach, and if you guys can tell, this is clearly not Preston right here. This is Flatley. He does his own content creation stuff, but Preston's taking a little bit of a break from the podcast because he's dealing with some personal life stuff. Welcome to the pod, man. This is the setup. We got talking puck and everything for like the next hour, whatever it is.
I'm super nervous. Been watching for a very long time.
This dude's been watching before he was even born.
I was here when this place had one subscriber.
He was before we were Checking From Behind podcast, the deep dive podcast. He come on.
The deep dive. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I used to be on there.
Dude, sometimes in my Snap memories, it comes up of like the thumbnails I made and stuff. Like the one, it was like you making
So
a face
bad.
and then me, like, dude, who came up with these thumbnails? I did. And now it's like 10 times better. Like it's so hilarious. So like 3 years ago, that's how far we've come.
There's the one I remember. I was in Toronto, and we were going to a Leafs game, and we shot a podcast episode. I was in the hotel room, had this really dumb Sabres hat on. What is the Ushanka, whatever it's called? Just a big puffy hat. Why did we do that?
We got like 6 views on them.
Yeah, I know.
It was
dog.
like wasn't even like clickable. It'd be like when we were talking about the Blackhawks tanking for Bedard, it'd be like Blackhawks are tanking for Bedard all on the thumbnail, and then it'd be the same exact title, and then it'd be like our two faces with just like a plain red background. Yeah, those faces. We have a lot to talk.
Wojaks?
What?
Wojak faces?
Yeah, it'd be like the so expressional faces that nobody gave a fuck about.
No one cares.
Those are the days, and now we're here.
Nobody's gonna watch this one either. So.
No, nobody is. Although the Anaheim Ducks fans loved their last one. They loved it. The Anaheim Ducks are something else.
Anaheim.
We have a lot to talk about in this episode, though. Ovechkin scored his 900th career goal. Zadorov versus Matthew Schaefer, apparently, and then Zadorov got jumped by the entire Islanders team. Dahlin takes a leave of absence to be with his fiance. Timetable is unknown. PWHL dropped some expansion teams' logos, jerseys, etc. The Seattle Torrent and Vancouver Golden Eyes. How about Celebrini and Bedard? They're 1 and 2 atop the league in scoring.
Oh my goodness.
They're making a case for Team Canada for the Olympics. And last but not least, we'll dive into the NHL's youth movement and then Stock Watch, which is 3 players that are rising up, 3 players that are rising down. The greatest goal scorer in NHL history scores his 900th career NHL goal.
Insane. I remember when he was drafted, I was 7 years old. 7. Wow. Well, 2006? 2005 was the lockout. That's when he was supposed to be drafted. And then 2006, he came in the league with Crosby, which is crazy because I remember as a kid growing up 8 years old, youth hockey, it was always Sid the Kid versus the Grade 8. All the times, like, how are these rookies going to match out? They said Sidney Crosby's like Wayne Gretzky. Ovechkin's like the Russian Wayne Gretzky. It's just, they were always throwing around the Grade 8 Sidney Kid versus each other. And here we are, was it 15 years later, 20 years later? 20
years later?
Oh, my God. Wow.
You have now the 2 players, they respect each other, which deservedly so. They're at the end of their career, still playing like elite players. And Ovechkin, out of every single goal, it was a spinorama backhand goal from like the right circle that went in.
I like his reaction because he does the double take when he's, oh! You know, it's like he's like, bro, you're like 40. Like, you scored 900 of these, but every time he's just getting up there and getting, he's just jamming out.
He's just getting hyped for every goal.
Every goal. And then there's a couple of antics that you can really respect out of both these players. Like the Ovechkin waving off the one penalty, what was it, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to score like that kind of thing. And then there's, Sid the Kid, he's the captain. He leads the team. He's the veteran presence on. Or is he still the captain?
Yeah,
he's still the captain. There's no way they'd get rid of his seat.
No, they wouldn't.
Right? He led the Pittsburgh Penguins. Not only did he have so much on his plate when he was 18 years old coming to the league, and Mario Lemieux's taking him under the wing, like, here's how you're going to run the organizations, what we expect of you type thing, and I'm going to be the mentor to push you through. But now he's 20 years later, and I think he really did take on that role that Mario Lemieux had, put before him. And Ovi's over here is just a Russian tank for some reason, impervious to injuries. What is it? 2 lockouts, a shortened season, rarely any injuries. Knock on wood. 900 goals later, it's absolutely insane. And he's still playing. Like, we're at the beginning of the season, and he already hit 900. Do we make a case for the next 3 seasons to hit 1,000?
I've wondered the same thing because he's on the last year of his deal, and he has always said that after he breaks the record, once it became kind of in the vicinity, that he would retire. But if I'm Ovi, though, I kind of want to get to 1,000 goals.
I want to see what I can do.
I want to.
I'm going to see.
Unless his body literally breaks down. And his career in general has been it's been one of the better careers in the league. Now, I don't think he's a top 5 player of NHL in NHL history, but he went through a stretch of seasons though from 2007 to 2015 where he won the Rocket every single season except 2 seasons in that span.
Insane.
It's insane. That's absolutely insane. Would you consider him a top 5 player of all time? Or
I would consider him. So my top 5 is a little skewed because Bob Probert is up there.
Okay.
Absolute menace on the ice, Bob Probert. I was not alive when he was playing.
Okay.
But going back, looking through the history of this game that we all love and share an affinity for, Bob Probert would put points on the board and then assault your goaltender in the parking lot. Like, this guy would commit like actual battery against other players. Like, this was an actual menace, smoke a cigarette on the bench kind of guy, right? I would consider him. There's, you got Mike Bossy. You got to think about like the league that these guys are playing in. Wayne Gretzky obviously is up there. I would say Mario Lemieux. I would consider Sid the Kid and Ovi up there just because of the league presence and staying power that they have in this league. The game changes every like 8 years, and these guys are now like shooting from 2005 alone. Just the shot technology has changed so much. We learned from going heel to toe on our wrist shots versus where you're just shooting from the toe now with the low kick sticks and everything like that. Just the technology alone and like the meta, that's like a gamer term for the meta has changed so much. The game has changed so much since then. Hitting is different. Fighting is down, right? I don't think really goaltender styles have really changed. Maybe the equipment's gotten, lighter, a little bit more efficient and stuff like that. But at the same time, they're still putting up numbers in their mid-30s, which is kind of insane. I would consider guys like that a top prospect. Maybe like Joe Thornton would probably be up there too. That's going to be such a bad take, but it's like when you think of the San Jose Sharks, right? You got Joe Thornton, and then that 1 year Jonathan Chichu was relevant, you know what I mean, right? But it's like Joe Thornton had that staying power. He was that veteran presence for so long.
Yeah, I've gone over my top 5 a million times. It's like the most basic top 5 of all time. You have like Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Gordie Howe, Sidney Crosby, Bobby Orr. Like that's like the staple in my opinion. First off, I looked up Bob Probert's stats. He had less than 400 points in like 1,000 games.
Look at his penalty minutes. He's insane. If Bob Probert was on the ice, you were not doing anything. It's or you could also what's his name that went with Wayne Gretzky? Forgot the enforcer's name, but Wayne Gretzky didn't want to go to the Kings without him. He didn't want to go without him. It was part of the trade deal. But yeah, no. There's hockey's like a mental game, and then you got guys that are just like tanks. Like Mario Lemieux is a tank. You're not stopping him on the rush, right? Ovi's a tank. He's 250 pounds versus your 180-pound defender. He's gonna kill him he threw what's his name like a ragdoll at the beginning of the season. Just trucked him straight in the hash marks. But yeah, no. There's skill guys. There's a whole different types of styles of the game. It's all opinionated, but Bobby Orr and all of them, like how at the time, like if you're watching these guys skate, it's like can nobody else skate? You know what I mean?
And like now it feels like you brought up, players are better, they're faster, more talented, they're more skilled. You look at Bobby Orr, Wayne Gretzky, like those guys are great. Wayne Gretzky's still the best player of all time, but they were also playing against plumbers, let's be honest with you.
Yeah.
And now you have Cale Makar, who I think's on a first ballot Hall of Famer track. He's gonna be one of the best defensemen in NHL history up there, Bobby Orr. He's playing against Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, and now you bring in a bunch of these young guys too. We'll get to a little bit later in this episode. Everybody's just so good now.
How do you stop somebody like McDavid though? Like imagine getting to the NHL. You fresh out of the OHL, CHL, NCAA, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You're a national leading defenseman, right? You're like the definition of what a defenseman should be. You know, closing the lanes, clogging it, pushing to the outside, all that other kind of stuff, boxing out. Really good at hitting and stuff like that. You get to the NHL and you see Connor McDavid break away on the rush. How in God's name am I going to stop a guy that's skating 30 miles an hour?
Fucking
you know
shitting your pants.
I'm not. I can't. And that's what happens. Like these guys have gotten so good. If you took a defenseman from the 50s, or we'll go even the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
A top of the league defense, give him all the stuff that we have right now, right? In his prime too. Somehow we got the technology to do that. He's in his prime. McDavid blows right by them every time.
Yeah.
There's just so much faster. It's such a different game now.
There's a difference between the greatest players of all time and the most talented of all time. I think that every single player right now, like McDavid, McKinnon, you can even throw Crosby and Ovechkin in there, Kale McCarr, those are some of the most talented players in NHL history. Whereas you have Wayne Gretzky, Bobby Orr, Gordie Howe. The only reason Gordie Howe is in the top 5, and this might be a bad take to some of you fucking 50-year-old heads, whatever, is because he played for like 30 seasons.
Dude was playing when like people just learned how to ice skate.
Dude, he started playing in like the 60s, and then he stopped playing in like, what was it, the 90s or something?
Wasn't it like, what was it, the original 6 that he started?
Something like that. On the Wings, I think it was.
Yeah. Back when the league had one goaltender, like each team had one goalie. Or was it the 40s? That might have been the 40s and 50s. I'm not quite sure, but there was a time where the goalies would be penalized if they went down to the ice. So there was no butterfly, right? Mm-hmm. 2, let's be honest, the pads. What are they even? I would rather just go out there without
cardboard.
anything. They're straight up like if they weren't cardboard. They're 100 pounds of leather, so they didn't hurt their knees and stuff like that. On top of that, they couldn't even go down anyways. I'm pretty sure they would snap their femur if they went butterfly, and those are heavy.
Gordie Howe played from 1946 up until 1980.
Bro, we straight up dropped one on Japan, and then dropped the second one, and then Gordie Howe hit the ice the day after, like. World War II straight up just ended, bro. Mm-hmm. They invented the automotive industry as soon as Gordie Howe laced them up for the first time. Like, this is the kind of hockey we're talking about, right? I think they still had ammonia compressors running the ice at the time. Yeah. There was no such thing as nitrogen, right?
No.
It's insane. It's like the Yankees. The Yankees fans always, I'm bringing up a baseball. The Yankees fans always bring up their World Series. It's like, bro, half the people on the earth didn't even know what baseball was when they were winning championships. There's like 4 teams in the MLB.
Like, let's be honest, the only championships that should count right now are from the 90s and the 2009 championship. Like, the other ones are from like the fucking 50s and the 60s.
Talking about you, Montreal.
Yes.
Talking about you, Montreal.
Yes.
Nobody cares about your 8-year back-to-back Stanley Cup run from 1901, all right? Nobody was playing hockey then. There was 5 guys they were just under a bridge playing the games. Like, nobody was playing hockey then.
Like the Islanders and Oilers dynasties in the 80s. Good job.
Absolutely insane.
Yes.
Absolutely. Chicago's dynasty.
Yep.
The Pittsburgh dynasty.
The Kings.
Florida's dynasty. Mm-hmm. Florida, we could even talk about that with the tax breaks. That's why all these southern teams are doing insane.
Tampa Bay, too.
Tampa, bro. Yeah. I hate Tampa. I don't know why I don't like Tampa. I like Sunrise, Florida. Mm-hmm. They're pretty cool. I don't like Tampa.
How about Zadorov going ham at Schaefer? An 18-year-old rookie.
He had it coming.
He just turned 18 like a month and a half ago.
Welcome to the league, buddy. Welcome to the league. I don't know what he said to Zadorov, but they were ruffling up their feathers in front of the net. That's where it started. Took a shot at him. Schaefer obviously had to have said something. Mm-hmm. And then he's getting down on the ground. He's like, oh, please. He probably said something, but he made that stupid face. And I'd pop you in the mouth. What do you... Get up.
Well,
you're stronger than that.
Well, I guess they were going at it down the ice a little bit, and Zadorov like pushed them to the boards and to the ice, which is, by the way, normal hockey play. It's fine, right? And then it looked like they were drawing a little bit back and forth, but Schaefer was on his knees, and Zadorov started to skate away, but Schaefer like crutched his arm, and he started to hold on to the stick. Zadorov turned around, pushed him in the face. Obviously, like 4 Islanders just drop everything. It was hilarious.
Always like that, bro.
Like the replay angle was like from like the far side, and all of a sudden you saw every single Islanders player just turn their heads like
dude. Dog, it was like, did this guy just assault a minor? Like, that's what,
dude. Anyway, 2 months ago would have been assaulting a minor.
Dude would have been in prison. If this was 60 days before that, he would have been in prison, bro. He would have been suspended for 10 games.
And want to know what the even worse part about everything that's going on? The Islanders fans just slid into Zadorov's DMs calling him a pussy and that he should be out of the league for this. Like we're hockey, okay? It's okay. I love the response by the Islanders. That's what you should do for your rookie defenseman, your star #1 overall pick. But the Islanders fans sliding into his DMs are fucking pussies.
Well, they're Islanders fans.
All 4 of them. And Zadorov made a comment too about you guys should focus on making the rink louder, and then they riled up.
Dude.
And I saw the top comment was you riled up all 4 Islanders.
Dude, I went to one Islanders game when it was just converted from the NBA, whatever they had there. Worst arena I've ever been in my life.
Dude,
A 10-year-old me was like, this arena sucks. Oh, the main issue is that there's Islanders fans. What are you doing?
That's a big
like,
issue, yeah.
Imagine growing up around New York and you become an Islanders fan. Like, why would you do that to yourself?
I remember I used to not like watching the Islanders. Schaefer has made the Islanders watchable though. He's a stud.
I used to watch it when Bailey was hot and popping.
Bailey?
Was it Josh Bailey?
Oh, Josh Bailey or whatever. Yeah, I remember him.
Josh Bailey. Look at that.
Elite puck knowledge.
I know ball.
No ball.
Back when Jonas Enroth was the talk of the town in Buffalo.
Yes. You remember Patrick Lalime?
Patrick Lalime. Dog, look, we were 40 years away from a cup when Patrick Lalime was here.
I have a core memory of being at my grandpa's and watching the Sabres play the Kings on a Western Coast road trip, and Patrick Lalime was starting the game, dude. I will never forget that moment, dude. Never forget that moment.
I remember when my dad bought a Christian Ehrhoff jersey for the Buffalo Sabres. Like, this is our year. I'm like, yeah, this is our year, Dad. And here we are, 14 years later.
Christian Ehrhoff and Jordan Leopold.
Oh, what a bum. We're talking about Islanders being bums. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. The Sabres from the fucking 2013 season are bums.
We got Kodalik on the end of his contract, hoping he can carry the team some more. You know,
Bro's been on the Sabres for like 6 years now. He's past his prime. How about Dahlin taking a leave of absence to be with his fiancee Carolina? Everything is okay according to Dahlin.
Yeah.
He just his wife, heart transplant, whatever, with the stuff that happened over the summer.
Insane.
Prayers going out to Dahlin, his fiancée, and everything. Hopefully the recovery goes great and smoothly and everything. Some things are bigger than hockey. This is one of them.
Absolutely. I actually I got into an argument on Facebook about this. Some guys like, oh, you got to if you're not dedicating your life to the game, are you really a dedicated hockey player? And it's like, bro's mid-20s. He's a year older than me. His wife is dying, needs a surgery. It's the same thing with like the thing with Jack Eichel's neck thing. Some things are just out of like maybe in the 80s with these 56-year-old old heads or whatever, you 9-to-5 old heads, right? Like we don't work 9 to 5,
right.
Nobody's smoking 8-packs a day, drinking and driving at the end of the game, and showing up to work the next day. It's a different era. It's just it's a whole different lifestyle now. Like mental health wasn't even a thing back then. And I'm gonna be honest, if Dahlin needs the rest of the season off, I don't think we're gonna win a cup. I'm not gonna risk this guy's mental health for the chance of a cup. I'd rather him maybe take the rest of the year off if need be. Honestly, some people are not going to like that. But I'd rather him come back healthy, calm, safe, motivated, and ready to go. Because a hungry Rasmus Dahlin is a dangerous Rasmus Dahlin. I mean, we've seen him at the top of his game when he's locked in and focused.
And the beginning of the season, you could tell that he just didn't look like the Rasmus Dahlin from the last few seasons. And there were then, right before he took his leave, going on Twitter, X, whatever, people were kind of discussing this has to be the whole fiance thing. Carolina, like, has to be taking a toll on him. And then a few days later, it gets announced he's taking a leave of absence.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Dahlin went to the front office or the coach, whatever, and sat down and discussed that it's, taking a toll on him, whatever. So hopefully everything is okay with Dahlin. And
absolutely. Well, the front office now, this is a big moment for them, not like media-wise, but their reaction to the situation is going to be telling for other players that want to come to the Buffalo Sabres. Nobody wants to come to the Buffalo Sabres. Let me rephrase that. for players that we can acquire for the Buffalo. We have to go and basically bid our way to get players to come here. We're overspending contracts to get people to play for us because nobody wants to play here. One, because of the whole Jack Eichel situation. Like, players are already talking about how bad the organization is outside of hockey, right? They, like, when they're doing their workouts, they're on their bikes and stuff like that. They're like, oh, dude, my contract's up with San Jose next year. I hope I don't go to the Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, that'll never happen. I'll take a pay cut and go to Detroit. Like, everyone's doing that, right? Like Buffalo Sabres are least favorite. There's probably like living in New Jersey is probably like the worst thing in the world, and then there's playing for the Buffalo Sabres, right? Nobody wants to go there. Nobody wants to go in that market. Nobody wants to. I mean, actually, the Blackhawks are very, very favorable right now to go play for. Everybody wants to go play for, you know, a California team, a Florida team, go to Texas or something like that. Nobody wants to go into the north anymore with the taxes and then how the businesses are treating their players right now, especially with the Eichel thing in Buffalo specifically. It's insane. Like, we got to be better at accommodating these players. I get they get paid millions and millions of dollars, but at the same time, it's worthless to pay millions and millions of dollars if that employee at the end of the day isn't producing and putting out and aren't happy with the company.
Yeah. You hit it right on the head there. And if this situation, because Lindy Ruff and the front office and everything, they understand that Dahlin is in no need to come back. He can come back whenever he wants to, which is it's the right thing. Also understand, with the Sabres already banged up, the Sabres weren't necessarily this god team with Dahlin in the lineup anyways. So,
it was literally Dahlin on the blue line. That was it.
Pretty much.
We were like, okay, they turned it over. Who do we got? Bryson out there? Bryson's not stopping McDavid, first off. Whatever. You know, Bryson's not stopping the first line of Boston Bruins. It was literally just Dahlin out there. So I think we'll just have to figure it out, work our way around. The Rochester Americans, the affiliate team, really, really solid group. So maybe, you know, it's time. Dahlin's out. One of those boys could step up, earn a main roster spot for the next season.
Owen Power had a goal last night. And
Did he really? I didn't watch the game last night. Owen Power. That's a guy I'm a little disappointed in, but I'm also like, I thought he was going to be like a mega hit.
He's
pretty good.
Developing. He's developing.
He's
so for
and young.
Yeah, he is young.
Like 20?
20. Power's 22, I think.
22,
something like that.
Bro literally he just unlocked drinking alcohol last year. Like, straight up.
Do you follow the PWHL or not really?
I do a little bit, mostly when to argue with people online.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I saw the new jerseys or whatever, or the two teams that revealed their jerseys out of the 6, I believe, is the expansion.
Yeah.
I saw the Seattle Surge jersey, and I was like,
the Torrent. The
Torrent. Who's the Seattle Surge? Is that WNBA?
It might be. I don't know.
There's no way we just dropped a WNBA team on.
I don't watch the WNBA. It's just ass. I'm not even gonna lie.
Who?
Exactly. Who?
I only watch it for Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, for real, dude. Caitlin Clark.
I log in, see the highlights. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Caitlin Clark and Sophia Cunningham together. Everybody else, I'm like, no.
Sophia.
The Seattle Torrent. Their jerseys aren't bad. I don't like their name. I like the colorways, but like the Kareem away jerseys, they're solid. I don't mind the lettering across the chest, but the Torrent though, we could have been better.
You say torrent, I'm thinking like a torrent browser. Like I'm downloading Call of Duty illegally on Steam or something like that.
Apparently, it's supposed to be like some wave or something. I don't know. I don't even know what the torrent is, if I'm being honest with you.
Could have been something crazy. It's the same thing with the Mammoth. Like, we really couldn't get the name Yeti. I like how everybody in the league, all the fans, even some of the players, and anybody that knew hockey, right, was like, oh, yeah, Utah Yeti, that sounds sick. The abominable snowman on the jersey, like, that's going to be amazing. And then we got the Mammoth. Like, okay, cool. Like, we could have been like the Mastodons. Like, you guys chose the Mastodons. It's weird. But I'm actually excited for the PWHL.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're not profitable, but I think, I could be totally wrong, I think it is one of the women's sports in the United States right now that's major women's sports.
Yes.
Like the 4 core, basketball, baseball, hockey, football. It is the closest to being it is the closest to being profitable. Well, not most profitable, because none of them are profitable. Nobody's making money in women's sports right now.
No, I mean,
that's a fact. But they're ahead of schedule. They're looking to be profitable by 2030, and they're ahead of schedule.
Isn't this something where, because I know the WNBA, they get money from the NBA, and I'm pretty sure the PWHL.
They're subsidized.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the PWHL is the same way at the moment. But the PWHL actually, I think, makes more money per year by themselves than the WNBA. PWHL, they sell out like NHL arenas for this shit. Like in Vancouver, they sold out last year.
Well, one, the women aren't complaining about pay right now because it's a brand new league. You're not going to get paid. You're not getting Cal McCarr's.
Right.
You're not getting his contract, right? They're working their ass off. They show up on time every day. They dress professionally. They dress outlandishly. They dress maybe not provocatively, but they got style and fashion. They're showing up, ready to work, ready to grind. They're grilling each other in the corners. They're fighting. They're scoring. Like they're hitting the Michie. Like what was that, last year or 2 years ago?
Something like that.
I saw that Michigan get hit in the game. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like this is what's going on. Like I was like, oh, this is gonna be like beer league or pickup hockey on TV. But I was thoroughly surprised at the product that was on the screen versus something like the WNBA where I get Angel Reese missing a layup for the 5th time in a row. No one's under the basket. 5 rebounds on the board though, but she missed all 5 of her own shots. Right? It's like, all right, there's clearly a
skill gap,
but no one. It's like we want NBA money. Like you're not LeBron James, right? You're not LeBron James. You're not Jason Tatum. You're not doing that, right? Mm-hmm. The same thing in the PWHL. However, the varying skill is there. I do believe that there is enough skill there to warrant a profitable product. Like once you start seeing these are like professional women's hockey players, and they're pulling off some of the same moves that the guys. They might not be doing it as fast. Might not be hitting as hard, but it's still a professional product nonetheless, and highly skilled. Every single one of them could probably stomp my beer league team anyways. You know what I mean?
And like on top of this too, the NHL shares PWHL stuff around. Like they've helped the PWHL get. You don't see that from the NBA, like social media or like on TV or anything like that.
It's embarrassing for them.
It is. And these girls also and these women, they play in the Olympics. They play for their national teams all year round too. Outside of the
fight
PWHL.
hard.
They do. They got respect for each other, but at the end of the day, they go out there and they're competitive. The skill is there, like you said. And the Vancouver Golden Eyes, which is the second expansion team.
It's a sick name.
I love the name. I love the logo. The colorways are so nice. That blue is so clean.
Let me see it again.
It is nice.
It's just absolutely like.
It's clean.
You know what it reminds me of?
Yeah.
So some of the teams, like Seattle team, reminds me of like a World of Cheld team, right?
Yeah.
The Golden Eyes, it reminds me of like how you would go to a museum or a hockey museum, you'd see, the California Golden Seals. Like what kind of legendary pull is this? Like what did I just find? This historic fact of a team out of California. It feels like that, and it's got like almost like how you like 007. Like I would always watch those movies and stuff like that. It's like mysterious and everything like that. Then you see it on a hockey jersey, you're like, okay, who are these guys gonna be like? You know what I mean? It's kind of sick. They got a sick looking jersey, sick name, right? Some brand identity to float around it. What is it? It's who's the third team? Had a really good name.
In what, the NHL?
PWHL.
Oh, PWHL.
I believe there's 6 of them going in now.
Well, there's 8 now. There were 6 before the expansion.
Oh, okay.
You had the Boston Fleet. I love the Minnesota Frost. They're my favorite team because of Taylor Heisey. I'm a huge Tate McRae fan. She kind of looks like Tate McRae. Shout out Taylor Heisey. If you want to come on the pod, you can. The Montreal Victoria or whatever. New York Sirens, Ottawa Charge, and then you have the Toronto Scepters.
Toronto Scepters.
Scepters is a good name.
That's the one I was thinking of.
That.
I was like, we got one here, but it's New York.
New York, they play at MSG, whatever.
Toronto Scepters. If the Sabres fold, Leafs fans, we're coming. We are coming.
The
Sabres are folding.
I might go to Dallas. Yeah, I'll probably go to Dallas. I made in a group chat with, shout out my boys Jimmy Hockey and Zach Staten over on Instagram. Go check them out if you guys don't know who they are. And we have like a little group chat to talk puck and stuff. And before the season, actually the Sabres were 0-3, and I was like, what team should I bandwagon? And they gave me a list of teams, so I put them in a wheel on my phone, and and then I go, all right, I did a spin the wheel. It brought up the Dallas Stars, so I'm like, Dallas Stars, baby.
We're locked in. Give me a jersey.
I bought that jersey a year and a half ago in May for $300. I have not worn it once.
No, that's the Marnie women's jersey.
Yeah,
No
I know,
way.
bro.
No way, the legendary Marnie jersey.
Oh my God.
Cousins, that's a sick jersey though.
That
Dylan
is.
Cousins, I got
Dylan
one
Cousins,
too.
he's still one of my favorite players. Chris is still a hater of Cousins though. So my brother got this for Christmas for me I think like 3 years ago or something. Back when he was actually good at hockey.
I got a Fanatics Cousins jersey,
I
but
like
it was the
that.
$100 one.
Oh Jesus.
So it's like made out of tissue paper.
No, what is still a jersey though? Still a
is.
jersey.
Still a jersey. Hey, most fans, they not like me.
Did you see?
Actually, most fans are if you're in Buffalo. We're poor.
I mean, we're poor watching the fucking
Not in
Sabres
poor
every other
spirit,
night.
though. Not poor in spirit. We show up.
Oh, the Sabres after the last 2 games have been brutal. This episode is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Hockey's back in the season. DraftKings is an official sports betting partner of the NHL. I use DraftKings to bet on any NHL game and player props, and you should too. From anytime goal scorer to picking an underdog, trying to win big, DraftKings has it all. And here's the best part. New customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get paid out $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now and use code THPN. That's code THPN to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet hits. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That is 467-3669. In Connecticut, help is available for gambling problems. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. Must be the age of 21 years or older. Age and eligibility vary by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos for details. NFL Sunday ticket offer for new subscribers only. Auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
All right, quick timeout before we get back to the action. This episode is brought to you by W Energy. Listen, hockey's fast, and whether you're breaking down plays, yelling shoot from the couch, or just getting in a workout, you've got to stay sharp. That's where W comes in. Clean energy with zero sugar, no crash, no artificial flavors or dyes. Just 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving, about 2 cups of coffee's worth to keep you locked in and ready to go. Personally, I use W before the gym, on the ice, and even when prepping content for the pod. If you need that extra spark, whether you're grinding through work, lifting, or lacing up the skates, W's got you covered. Head over to W.GG and use code CFB Pod for 10% off your order. That's W.GG, code CFB Pod for 10% off your order. Fuel up, stay locked in, and let's get back to the episode. All right. The NHL youth movement is here. We're gonna kind of combine the Celebrini and Bedard talk with the youth movement because fuck it, why not? You know, they're like 19 and 20 years old, whatever.
They were in high school last year. Like they were literally in high school.
That's great.
Barely graduated.
Celebrini and Bedard, they are atop the league in points right now. Bedard has 22, Celebrini has 24, but Celebrini, I believe, has played one more game. He played in last night's game, and they're another
Got an
win.
assist, right?
I think
Was it
so.
one assist, one goal?
It might have been. I'm not 100% sure. Those two look phenomenal, though. They're both making a case for Team Canada for the Olympics.
It's crazy. Not only is it like with Celebrini and Bedard specifically, it's also the social media presence. Like these hockey YouTubers have been like blowing up around the game, and if you told me like in 2008 when I was growing up as a kid that I could see like maybe even like 2010 like Sidney Crosby and some random guys vlogging they're just shooting puck, like that'd be insane, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now we got like Connor Bedard was shooting in dress shoes on what was it, TSN or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like showcasing his shot. It was just him shooting, and it was like I watched it for like it was like a 12-minute video. And it's like to see the game grow the way it is, especially with the youth, because they know the youth is centered around a lot of social media stuff. I mean, we see the posts online. Everything's geared towards social media engagement. So these players are kids themselves too,
Yeah, they are.
It's like they genuinely are having fun with the game. And like Bedard is just insane. Bedard has got a lot on his plate. I just don't know. The game has grown so much.
Bedard, this is the Bedard that everybody expected when he got drafted first overall a couple years ago.
How do you put that on an 18-year-old kid coming to the NHL and him turn out this way?
He's on pace for 100 plus points. Him and Celebrini are, and I saw a comparison of Bedard and Celebrini's pace for an 82-game season and their second season or third season or whatever to McDavid's. They're comparable. And I keep seeing this word thrown around on X about Celebrini and Bedard about the word generational. I think we have to pump the brakes a little bit on generational because like Ovi, McDavid, Crosby, Makar, those guys are generational, right? Lemieux, Gretzky, obviously generational talents. If Celebrini and Bedard both put up 110 points this season, we can start to discuss the word generational because they're in their second and third seasons respectively. Right. But if, let's say, they throw up 90 points, 95 points, that's still a very fucking good season, but that's not a generational season, in my opinion.
I think Bedard makes a case for generational talent, but at the same time, like Celebrini's got this almost like kind of like the same shot as Bedard.
Celebrini is a better two-way player.
Celebrini. I watched one of his games only because everybody was talking about him on X.
Mm-hmm.
This guy hustles. He moves. Does. He's quick. He's a grinder. Well, not an actual grinder, but he's putting points on the board.
He's a hard worker.
He's insane. And then you got Bedard, who's elusive as all hell with the puck. And look like toe drag, no snipe. It's like, how are you moving? Like, is your spine? How bad is it compressed? Like, how are you?
Dude.
It's like a twisted pretzel when he's coming around a defenseman.
Not only that, but also when he's entering the zone and he has his puck out to his forehand, the way that he can change the shot of his angle with the toe drag release, it's the best shot in the game.
It's that wrist thing, bro.
It's right. You literally should not be able to have it arm's length like this and pull it that fast. To basically, he's shooting from the inside of his right foot.
It's like he's super wide and it's just super. I tried at our work. I'm like, I'm gonna figure it out. I spent 30 minutes. Every single one of them just waffled. By the way, not a single decent shot out of me. Well, I mean, there was never a decent shot out of me. But like, I was like, how is he doing this?
It's
this
impressive.
Insane. Same thing with like Celebrini and stuff. The way these young kids, I say young kids, like they're not our age.
Right.
Actually, I'm like 40 years old.
I'm like
so
23.
Yeah, we're old. We're washed up. We're towards the end of our NHL careers.
Mm-hmm.
But it's insane. The stick technology has changed so much, and the kids are all watching these guys. I mean, the youth growth alone is insane. All these kids are we're seeing kids attempt the Michigan at our workplace, which is insane. It's like, okay, who was the last player to come out of any of these rinks around here in Buffalo? You know what I mean?
Patrick Kane, Coletta probably.
Yeah.
Oh, there was also Lee Stepniak.
And what's his name for the Kings too?
Are you talking about Iafallo?
Yeah.
Well, he's on the Jets, but.
Well, yeah.
He used to be on the Kings, and then
I know him as a Kings.
Yeah. And then you also have Quentin Musty too.
Quentin Musty, fresh. He's actually our buddy man. He's that's his friend.
Wait, who?
Quentin Musty.
Yeah,
they play together.
Who did he play with?
Matt.
Yeah. Oh, he did. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Not boss Matt.
Yeah, I know.
Zamboni Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played together. They play Fortnite together too.
That's pretty.
He was showing me all these cool snaps and stuff like that. I was like, that's great, man.
Yeah.
Give us skating lessons or something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's in like Barracuda or something right now in the AHL.
Was that San Jose?
Yeah, San Jose's. He looked really good in camp though. But the point being though, like the youth movement, not only do you have Bedard and Celebrini, by the way, I would, if both of those teams somehow make the playoffs together, I would give both of them very hard consideration for the Hart Trophy. Leo Carlsson looks great. Same thing with Anaheim. They won another game last night against Vegas in overtime. I've talked about them the last 2 episodes. They're the hot topic right now. They have 21 points. Leo Carlsson, Cutter Gauthier are fucking... They're
tearing it up, dog. The Anaheim fans have something to finally hold on. They got rid of Zegras, right? I'm like, they're going to be nothing. Zegras has, he's starting to look like he's going to have a phenomenal season. We're still at the very beginning of it. But Anaheim alone, I'm seeing them, they're popping up on my social media, right? Mm-hmm. I'm seeing clips from their games. There's people in the arena, like actually sitting down watching the game. They're winning?
Yeah.
What has happened in 2 weeks with the Anaheim Ducks? They were the bottom of the league.
Last season or
The
2 years ago.
projection would be like the last place team.
I got to show you this goal from Leo Carlson here from last night.
I didn't watch anything last night. Oh, he's working on? Oh my God.
Leo Carlson's filthy.
That's a rocket.
I mean, he goes forehand, backhand. Instead of going back forehand, he just went over the far side shoulder of Schmid. The Ducks are filthy.
Disgusting. Some of the Ducks also have one of the greatest looking jerseys next to the goat head.
Thank you. I have tried to tell Preston the Ducks have a very good jersey kick, and he said they're fucking ugly. I needed somebody.
The orange ones. Horrible.
I love the orange one.
I hate them.
Fuck off.
I like the black
Dude,
one.
They're so good. I like all their jerseys.
I really like the orange pants and gloves though.
Those are nice.
They're sick.
You
guys got some sick unis. Now we can even go even further. The one that even supersedes that is the classic one.
For the Ducks?
The Ducks.
Are you talking about like the purple and
Disney.
green one? Yeah.
I'm talking about Paul Kariya Ducks.
Paul Kariya dies and comes back in the same game and scores the game-winning goal.
That's insane lore. Paul Kariya literally killed himself on the ice by running into Scott Stevens.
He would never.
Why did he run into Scott Stevens?
He would be out for a month in today's game for that.
Dude was knocked out. He was. You can see his visor fogging up.
Comes back in the game.
3-year-old me is like, oh my God, he just died. Dog, he didn't even get off the ice on his own willpower. He goes to the locker room. He's like, you good? He's like, just gives a thumbs up. Bro doesn't know where he is. He quit hockey because of that. He saw that goal and was terrified for his life because he doesn't remember any of that.
No, he doesn't at all.
That scared him so bad he didn't want to play hockey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's 100% the reason, but I know that was a big factor.
I know.
And Scott Stevens was like, yeah, hit him.
It happens.
It happens. It's like, dude, you killed him. His head hit the ice.
He was knocked out before it hit the ice. He hits the ice and...
That definitely made it worse. He gets knocked out. Then, was it like a major concussion?
Something like that.
It's something crazy. And then they let him play? That'll never happen again.
That will never happen again.
Paul Kariya has a record.
I want to go back to the generational term for Celebrini and Bedard because I want to get your take on this. Would you consider those two generational right now with the season that they're putting up, or are we pumping the brakes with you as well?
So, let's break this down.
Yeah.
There's generational talent, and then there's Hall of Fame players.
Mm-hmm.
Not every Hall of Fame player is going to be a generational talent.
Mm-hmm.
I think for them to be a generational talent, they really have to break the mold. If you're scoring in the no goal era or right after it, like Ovi was, well, what was that? 2000? What was the end of the no goal era? That's 4 years after. Never mind. If you're scoring like Ovi is, right, for 20 years, generational.
Yeah.
Russian superstar. Evgeny Malkin could put up similar points, maybe.
He's like on the
same
borderline.
Team. SKA, Russia, they both came from the same team.
Mm-hmm.
He's not generational. I think he's a Hall of Famer.
He's like right below. He's like the tier below.
Like Mike Bossy, Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky's generational. Mike Bossy, Hall of Famer, even though he's got a ton of records. I mean, maybe Mike Bossy could be generational,
it depends
but nobody knows who Mike Bossy is.
Right. Whenever you bring up top 5, top 10 conversations, he's always forgotten about.
Exactly.
Nothing against him, but he's just...
I think to be remembered is one thing. To be a presence is another, right? You could be remembered for a lot of things in the NHL.
I also think it's hard to come into the league right away and already get the generational label put on you. You have to put up the numbers. Like Ovechkin, granted, Ovechkin and Crosby are different, and Gretzky, because Ovechkin and Crosby put up 100-plus point seasons their first year, their second season in the league, and so on. If Bedard and Celebrini go out and put up, like, let's say they put up 100 points this season, next season's even better, and maybe they have an off season of, like, 95 points, for example, like, then you can start to throw out the term generational, especially if their teams start to win hockey games, etc. So it's a tough conversation to have, too, and...
I'd consider McDavid a generational talent, but if he's generational. I mean, he is generational. He's
Yeah.
the fastest skater. He's the most efficient skater out there. He's got one of the craziest shots we've seen. And in 10 years, if we're still talking to McDavid in the same light, I would consider him a generational talent. It's so weird because to define a generation, you have to see what that generation is capable of, right? More specifically, it's segmented even more, not by like Gen Z or whatever, but by your draft class, really. And then every 5 to 8 years, the game has like these like blocks of, because it changes.
Yeah, it does.
It's like what? Every 8 years, there's only like 10 or 12 guys left from the previous 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it changes so much. These teams are changing constantly, finding a roster spot constantly. Staying power on a team, I think, is just as important as having staying power on the ice. And to say Celebrini is a generational talent, I wouldn't consider him. I would consider maybe Bedard a generational talent. More specifically because of he's got star power, right?
Yeah.
And that's what's going to last longer. That's what people are going to remember is your star power on the ice. Celebrini, unless he does some crazy thing, he's just going to follow in the light of Connor Bedard. Like, oh, we got another 18-year-old who's really, really good at puck. It's kind of like what Austin Matthews was with Connor McDavid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Austin Matthews was really, really good, but, like, nobody really
He had
compared him to McDavid.
He had to put up a 60-goal season for people to be like, damn.
That guy's awesome. You know what I mean? It's like, I think it's also because he was on the Leafs. No one cares about the Leafs,
fuck
right?
the Leafs,
Except
sure.
Toronto.
Yeah. Yeah, let's be honest.
Nobody likes the Leafs except you, Toronto.
That's a cold hard fact.
Nobody's repping a Toronto Maple Leafs jersey outside of Mississauga. Like, your border ends like right. You go to Hamilton, Sabres fans right there, bro. No one else is repping the Leafs. It's always crazy because like Windsor is super about Detroit. I mean, they're right next to each other.
Windsor's like right there.
They're literally waving to each other across the bridge into America.
Yeah.
Like, what's Detroit? You know. But yeah, no, across the border, nobody's a Leafs fan. But I would consider Austin Matthews a generational talent because you got to think about the market he came from.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix. Who the hell, other than Tage Thompson, right? Now, right? But what NHL players are coming out of Phoenix, Arizona, other than Tage Thompson and Matthews? I mean, to see them come out of that market alone, like they don't have the advantage that they have here in the North, where the hockey market is already saturated with a bunch of talent. You have people coming outside the market to have their kids play here in this market. Same thing with Minnesota. That hockey market's super saturated, full of talent. You know, you got Boston, Greater Western New York area, super saturated in hockey. But now we got Nashville's one big hockey market now for youth. Arizona's got a tier 1 elite team now. They got a whole pipeline there.
You have
Texas,
California now.
California's
Florida.
insane.
You have at the ice rink that we work at. I was discussing with some like California, San Jose youth team or whatever. A couple weeks. Yeah. By the way, for them to rent the ice for 1 hour is like $400 across the board, no matter how many.
So you got like 4 rinks there,
dude. Yeah, they have like, I guess they have to travel like 25 miles for their ice rink. It's insane. And we have like 3 ice rinks within like 5 miles of each other.
We could walk to all of them.
No, we really could though.
We actually could really walk to that one right there, bro. Yeah. I'd totally always forget about. Shout out Casanova. I always forget about Kaz.
Yeah, me too though. Me too. Dying breed.
Well, you're gonna get like something if you walk in there. You're gonna get like cancer or something breathing in that air, dog. It's not good.
The one thing
the old heads are like, oh, back in my day, we used to drink water out of this faucet. It's like black water. It's like, all right, dude. Like, yeah, you have stage 4 lymphoma, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
What are we doing? The one thing I am impressed with teams, they're starting to trust young talent a little bit more this year. Yeah, Montreal, San Jose, Anaheim, Chicago. All those teams look really good, especially Montreal. And the common theme is that they have a little bit of vets mixed in with their very young youth on that roster.
They're not tossing them up anymore. No. It's not like, it's not like, all right, here's your 8 minutes. Mm-hmm. You got your 4 shifts. Let's see what you can do for our organization. Now it's more like, okay, I can see what you've done in the league that you're coming from, the OHL, CHL, wherever they're coming from. How can I get you to produce those kind of points on my team and my organization, and how can we facilitate that, right? It's like they're prepping. Instead, it's not like, okay, we have our assets now and let's see what we can build around it. It's more like, okay, we got assets, we want to acquire these assets. How are they all going to work? And it's opening up. It's just like a different way to think. It's opening up more opportunities for younger players to get that NHL experience, to see what they can really be, see what kind of points they can produce, see how well they fit with the team. And then off ice, a lot of the guys are, like before social media being a big thing, a lot of the guys are more interacting with each other more than ever. You know, you're on the bus all the time, you're doing workouts all the time. They said those few moments that you have away from the team, you're still kind of all connected to via social media. And I'm pretty sure they all watch all the hate comments and stuff like that too, but all that kind of stuff. But it's like everyone seems to be more connected than ever. And it feels like, you know, there's actual conversations with young kids. NHL, what is it called? The Players Association.
Yeah.
And then front office conversations. It felt like 5 years ago, if I wanted to say I was an NHL player, I wanted to get a contract extension, I feel like I'd have to go to a lawyer. Then a lawyer would have to go to the Players Association. Then I'd have to get representation. Then I'd have to make a file. Here's what I want. Here's what I need. Go to the front office. Whole different situation going on there. Now it's like we could see, you know, this, that, and the other thing, and then get an offer within a day. Everything just seems to be so much more streamlined for the young guys. You know what I mean?
Everything is geared towards that. They have a bigger, huge presence on social media now. Macklin Celebrini and Will Smith are two of the most, I guess, marketable players in the league because of their personality. Matthew Schaefer is now entering that. You've seen Bedard came into the league, no personality at all. Now he's starting to have one, right?
Sold jerseys right away, too.
Right. You have these players that are in the league that now when they talk to the media or when the NHL or themselves are on social media, they actually have a personality, which I love Connor McDavid to death. He still doesn't have a personality.
Hockey bot.
He is.
Well, he was also, that's that PR thing that I was talking about, that very cut and dry, no BS kind of thing. It's like people like that, I guess, because of his on-ice presence and what he can do. But at the end of the day, with the Vegas Golden Knights, Marc-Andre Fleury was 800 reels on their feed with just his pranks alone. Like, that has way more, like, how do I say it? That has more of an imprint than a Connor McDavid social media post like, oh, yeah, shoot the puck.
Well, you also look at the other things that these players do around the league. You have to, I guess it's more entertaining on social media to have a personality, per se, right? The Marc-Andre Fleury pranks in Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Vegas, whatever, that's like...
Everybody remembers them.
Everybody loves that.
Ovi.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy.
You even bring on like Will Smith and Macklin Celebrini on the Spit and Chicklets, whatever. One of the more viewed episodes in their history. You bring on, now you have Sabres defenseman Michael Kesselring going on podcasts, and you have these other players that they've always gone on podcasts before, but there's a time and place for being serious like a Connor McDavid and also being goofy, right?
Right.
You can throw out a joke to the media from time to time. I'm okay with the whole Connor McDavid thing being like, yeah, I play hockey and do nothing else. That's great and all. But sometimes on social media, and whether you put out content or whether you are talking to the media, sometimes you just have to have a little bit of humor, a little bit of laughs, you know, to keep the viewer engaged, right? Like in the NHL social media, it's nice to post a interview from McDavid or McKinnon, whatever, but they're so cut and dry, serious, straight face and everything. And then you go over to the next post and it's like Celebrini, it's Will Smith, it's Connor Bedard, it's Matthew Schaefer. Like when Matthew Schaefer's sitting on the bench in the interviews, post-game interviews, and he just starts screaming at the fans saying, I fucking love this place. You're not getting that from like a 28-year-old fucking Jack Eichel or Connor McDavid, whatever.
This is like the bar down stuff too, where you got some of the NHL guys coming in, they're just ripping shots at Jesse. You know, it's like, that's maybe not for us, but for like a kid, that's huge. You know what I mean?
Jesse's presence, shout out to him. You have his presence of like this goofy character and everything. Like, for example, going to the Game 7 of the Toronto Blue Jays series on a Winnipeg Jets jersey.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Like, dude.
Get heckled the entire time.
And then getting phone and be like, look at this fucking fraud. It's like, he wants that. It's like, that's good for the brand.
It's good for the game, too. It's good.
Right.
Paul Bissonnette, another one.
Busy. Fucking love him. He's great.
Oh, what was I going to say? Totally forgot.
Shaquille O'Neal.
I like Shaq.
Tyson Coase Shaq. And then also Shaq Hyman. Like, dude, the personality is great. I love what they did with TNT for the NHL. It's been great. The personality is needed.
I think it all for me, it started really grasping the social media thing with Jack Eichel's comment about Buffalo's. Even though I despise Jack Eichel because of his comment, what was it? It was like, that's the loudest the building has ever been. This, that, or the other thing.
He's like, wow, can you believe that?
Yeah, people actually showed up. What the hell? It's like, all right, buddy. But as an outside fan, it's like, damn, he just roasted his old team. Like, oh, shit.
It's like, we got some drama.
Huge clicks. And so they just want to continue that trend, around the league. Maybe not like drama TV like that, but like, hey, this is the game. I truly believe hockey's meant for everybody. Continuing that message, and then like you can get here too. It's very, very cool to see that, like, now, like with Celebrini and Bedard specifically, we have the technology and footage now to see them all the way back to when they were 6 and 7 years old, right? And it's like, to a kid, it's like you can get there too, not just off talent alone, it's just hard work, and this is the pipeline that they went through.
Yeah, hard work, dedication. It's those hard summers that you're doing nothing but going to tournaments or training on ice, off ice, whatever.
Shooting with one hand with a broken wrist.
Connor Bedard, and I was talking to a kid at one of the ice rinks, and he was talking about, he's, doing like all like this body workouts and stuff. The kid's probably like 10 or 11 years old and everything.
Yeah.
I told him, you have to understand, if you really want to, even if you just want to play D1, for example, right, or D3, you have to put in so much work that it almost feels like you're doing too much. But honestly, you're probably not even doing enough. So it's just one of those things. All right, let's move on to the stock watch here. We'll just go over it quickly. For people that aren't familiar with it, we just do 3 players who are rising from the past week, 3 players who are falling. It can be players, teams, general managers, coaches, literally anything from around the league. My 3 rising, we already talked about them. Leo Carlson, who had 3 games played, 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points, +4. Macklin Celebrini, 3 games played, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points, and a +5. And Connor Bedard, 3 games played, 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points, +4. Do you have anything else to say about these 3 players?
We got Anze Kopitar. I'm just playing.
You know what? I compare Macklin Celebrini to Anze Kopitar. I was going to say that earlier, but I forgot.
Kopitar
he's a fucking dog.
He's a titan, bro. I was like trying to figure out who Celebrini reminds me of, and you literally listed him off, and I'm like, it's Anze Kopitar.
A smaller version of Kopitar. Because Kopitar is fucking huge.
He's massive.
And Macklin's like a little bit smaller.
He would kill me.
But yeah.
He would snap us.
He would. And 3 players that are falling. Pavel Buchnevich, 4 games played, 0 goals, 1 assist, 1 points, and -1. Stuart Skinner, the Oilers goaltending in general, but Skinner in 2 games played, 0-1-1. Ready for this? A 4.54 goals against and an 8.25 save percentage. 7 goals against on 40 shots against. And last but not least, we love this team to death, the Buffalo Sabres. 0-2-1 in 3 games played, 4 goals for, 11 goals against. Sorry, 7 goals for, excuse me.
Yeah.
11 goals against.
Yeah, there was a time where the beginning of the season where 4 games have been played. Maybe it was 3.
It was 3, yeah.
But we hadn't scored yet.
Oh, yeah, we went like 5.5 periods without scoring. And the Sabres look good in an 11-game span. I think
there were 2 whole games that could have been played with no goals. And then on top of that, they brought that chart with all the NHL teams. Mm-hmm. It's like the list is like, oh, so happy if you guys scored at your home games and stuff like that. And they're like, of course, it's been 8 games of the season. The Buffalo Sabres hadn't scored at home yet.
You know, at least we're not the Rangers, though, who are 0-6-1 at home right now. And they might have got shut out last time.
Imagine, if you will, you pay $18 million for a 100 square foot apartment, right? Yeah. You work your ass off all week, 60, 70 70 hour work week, right? Oh man, I'm about to go see my Rangers today. Oh, sick. Let's go. Grab us a couple tickets. Get in there. $17 for a hot dog. $22 for a beer. All right, whatever. They got my $40. About to sit down. The tickets were $110. 60 minutes goes by, and not a single goal was scored by the Rangers, and they get blown out 19-0. And now you got to go home to your 100 square foot apartment where you pay $18 million a month at and rep your $200 NHL jersey. Be like, man, I can't wait for the end of the next work week to do that again and get absolutely destroyed by my hometown team.
Speaking of getting blown out, the Oilers lost 9-1 last night.
Oilers. I saw you this morning. I didn't watch any hockey last night. I was working. I saw you this morning. Oilers fans, listen. We're here for you.
We have a goaltender on a rec league team that is perfect for the Oilers.
We have.
I feel bad. We're going in right now. Stuart Skinner might be the backup on a rec league
Stuart Skinner, we have a contract for you, bro.
Love Stewie. Stewie, dude.
Stewie, listen. Oh, my God. We got to play this summer. Call him Stewie now.
Oh, my God. Stewie. The Sabres also have a goaltender named Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen,
Dude, that sounds like a evil witch doctor mantra chant. Like, I'm going to grow a fourth leg. Fourth leg?
Fourth leg?
I have a third
leg.
I got a third.
Yeah.
I'm going to grow a fourth leg and get another eyeball if I say Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen too fast in the middle of a rainstorm.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
Dude, he fucking sucks.
All right, would you rather have Stuart Skinner or Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen on
I want Ukko can stop a shot.
Stuart Skinner can't stop the earth from...
Bro couldn't stop a beach ball. It's insane.
If the earth was coming towards him, he wouldn't stop it.
Dude, we can give Stuart Skinner a mini stick net and 12 goals will be scored. It's insane. It is absolutely insane. But, oh my God, the Colts are actually losing.
Yeah.
Easter egg for those that know. But, they just got to check the score. They're gonna be like, oh, that's when they filmed this. But Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, he has times where he's really freaking awesome, and then he's got times where it's like, okay, like what is that new guy? When
Colton
we faced
Alex Lyon.
I think it's Ellis.
Colton Ellis, yeah.
We faced. Was it Detroit?
Detroit
was his first game, and I went to it, and he looked insane. There was that 2-on-1 that he stopped. He went. Did the backhand thing?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
We got to get him more.
What the hell did I just see? Yeah. Ukko, your job's on the line.
Yeah.
I also blame the front office with UPL because he was like 19. They're like, he's not ready. He's like, well, he's all we got.
Pretty much, yeah.
Send him out there. We gave him a stick to fight off a lion. Is what we did. We said, all right, little guy, go on out, see what you can do.
And now it kind of ruined his development.
Yeah, he was not ready. However, never mind. Never mind. I was gonna say, however, it's looking up for us, but we don't got defense. So
no, we don't.
We could barely score.
It's kind of rough. It really is rough.
It's rough. But there's a bright side.
Yeah.
Toronto is like an hour and a half away. So
didn't you just say that?
If the Sabres fold,
if the Sabres fold, you'll go to Toronto.
Yeah, I mean they got everything that we got, just more.
That is true.
Like they got a winning team that loses in the playoffs. We got a losing team that doesn't make the playoffs.
And technically, the Buffalo Bills are the Toronto Maple Leafs of the NFL.
That's true. About that? True North. We the North.
And the Toronto Blue Jays are their closest MLB team to Buffalo.
I'm a big Jays fan.
Yes, he is.
Big Jays fan.
R.I.P. to Toronto Blue Jays fans.
We got cheated, but it was a fun ride. I was actually happy that
it was
they
great.
made the World Series.
Preseason, supposed to be one of the worst teams in the AL. And they were one run away. They were literally 2 inches away. 2 inches away from walking it off there. If he ended up taking a 2-foot lead, 2 more feet of the lead at third, he would have scored.
And that's exactly what we see out of
Or-
somebody like Patrick Mahomes when he's out there.
Shut the fuck up, dude. That was hilarious. Well, that's going to end it for today's episode. If you guys enjoy all of our content, head over down to the description below. Check us out on all of our social medias. New episodes every Sunday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Subscribe, notification bell, and we'll see you guys in our next episode.